Hello, my name is Emily Pion. I'm currently an elementary resource teacher as well as a graduate student through Purdue University. Today I want to share some information regarding Medicaid waivers in Indiana. First, let's talk about special education law. IDEA, or the Individuals with Disabilities Act, is a law that makes a free, appropriate public education available to all children with disabilities. IDEA governs how states and public agencies provide early intervention, special education, and related services. From that, each state has their own special education laws. In Indiana, we call it Article 7, and it refers to how special education and related services are provided to students aged 3 through 21 under 13 eligibility areas. While IDEA and Article 7 focus on supporting students in the educational setting, Medicaid waivers focus on supporting students in their home and community in order to help individuals with disabilities live independently. Through Medicaid waivers, states are able to provide funding to support children and families at home and in their community rather than an institutionalized setting. In Indiana, there are two main categories of Medicaid waivers. The first one is Nursing Facility Level of Care Waiver, otherwise known as the Medical Model Waiver. This includes the Health and Wellness Waiver, which is for students experiencing a medical condition that requires skilled nursing to complete daily living tasks, as well as the Traumatic Brain Injury Waiver. A better definition of a traumatic brain injury can be found in Article 7. The other category of Medicaid waivers is Home and Community-Based Services Waiver. There are two types. Both are for individuals meeting the criteria for intellectual disability or developmental delay. The Family Supports Waiver is for students who have been made eligible before the age of 22 and have substantial functional limitations in at least 3 of 6 areas of life. The other waiver is the Community Integration and Habilitation Waiver. It is a needs-based waiver for children under the age of 18 and are currently on Medicaid. They must meet the criteria based on the child's income as well as one priority criteria. You might be asking yourself, why should I get a Medicaid waiver? A Medicaid waiver can offer supports to a child or family that they otherwise might not have access to. This might include nursing care at home modifications, including ramps, vehicle lifts, or wheelchair accessibility in the home, transportation to and from appointments or school, support for caregivers, respite care, medical equipment and supplies, behavior management, and home-based therapeutic services that could include physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech and language therapy. There are 3 different ways that you can apply for a Medicaid waiver. The first one is to contact your local Bureau of Developmental Disability Services and request an application packet. You would then turn that application packet in to that branch. The second is to visit the Bureau of Developmental Disability Services online portal to apply. And the third way is to print and complete all the forms: the application for developmental services form, authorization for disclosure of personal information form, and the confirmation of diagnosis form. Then you would submit these in person to your local bureau. For more information, click on any of the links provided. Now what? For many of the waivers, the wait list can be long. It is important to submit your application as soon as possible and stay up to date on your place in line. It is also important to correct any information as it changes, such as your address or changes to a child's diagnosis. There are many local resources that can support you as you navigate this process. I have included a list of resources that I use for this presentation, but can also support you in the Medicaid waiver process. I am also happy to help in any way. I am no expert, but together I can work on finding you answers.